How's it going, guys? So before you watch this video, I just want to tell you guys to possibly just check the description of this video. I didn't plan on it becoming this long, but it sort of just extended to be that long, which I guess is a good or bad thing, I don't really know. But yes, hopefully this video helps all you Ironman out and potential maybe Ironman accounts in the future, who knows. Enjoy, and I might be updating the description as I go along because I didn't ask anyone for any tips on this. I just kind of did it. And I'm sure if any other Ironmen have a suggestion, then I will gladly add it to the description. But if you don't feel like watching a 15-minute video of some retard talking, then the description will tell you basically what the video is about. Enjoy, and God bless. How's it going, everyone? So I've decided to make a video today based on the dailies that you have to do for an Ironman. I figured this would be quite helpful for a lot of people playing on their Ironman accounts, and even in general for main accounts. Some of these things are quite important to do anyways. So I guess let's get right into it. These are in no order at all, not most important or least important. But I guess we are starting off with a herb run. So as you know, herb run's quite crucial. Need a lot of herbs anyways to do Herblore and good farming XP, especially if you have fell stocks from Slayer and stuff. So keep up with your herb runs. That's more like a reminder than just a daily. You do a few runs of those every day. Next thing, and this is probably actually the most important thing for Ironman, is buying broads and feathers from the store. I'm sure you guys have seen me do it before, and a bunch of other Ironmen have probably achieved 99 fletching this way, besides just doing maples. But there is 6 different stores you need to go to every single day to buy 6,000 feathers, and there's 2 different Slayer Masters you need to go to every day to buy yourself 6,000 the broad arrow tips. So first guy is any Slayer Master really you can go to. Polybench is easy to get to just because you can teleport there with the Slayer ring, gets you right there. And on the side of that, I am also buying myself enchanted gems, which are needed to make Slayer rings, which are a really good and cheap component you can get for training invention for an Ironman. By far the best thing, I believe, it is enhancing components you get, which is made for or used to make augmenters. So definitely would recommend buying these every day from the guy in Polybench if you already have a Slayer ring. Takes 2 seconds to teleport to him, then bank at Tokel Bank or Max Guild, wherever you want. Very easy to bank to. Now you can buy 3,000 or 300 more of these gems from this guy here in Taverley, and this guy also has a different stock of broads. So this is where you buy your second set of broads at. So now you have 6,000 broads that I have so far bought today, and yeah, you do that basically every day for the next friggin' 3 or 4 years. And you guys will see where to buy 6,000 feathers in a second. But next daily is to buy 1,000 yak hides from the guy in Jatizso, whatever island it is. Where the king was, where he started this quest, I believe, the Fremennik Isles. This one's pretty obvious. This is for summoning whenever you get to a higher summoning level. This is basically what you're going to do for all of your Crimson Charms, mostly just because it's extremely easy to get. Yeah, basically it has turned into a daily because you can buy 1,000. It takes about 6 minutes to buy these with a pack yak. Now, obviously, if you don't have a pack yak, use a tearbird, or I wouldn't really go out of my way and get myself a tortoise pouch. I've been in that era of my Ironman account, and it's the worst. I basically didn't want to do any combat until I got a pack yak because of how convenient it is to make a pack yak pouch. It's extremely easy, and making a tortoise pouch is a complete bitch. So yeah, don't use a tortoise. I wouldn't even bother putting in the time to get those things. Just run back and forth to the bank, or maybe just don't do this daily until you get 96 summoning, I would even say, because it's not too important, but you definitely need to do this at least 200 plus days before you have no worries for summoning, basically, as far as the ingredients where it goes. But yeah, buy 1,000 a day, just like other stores. You can buy 3,000 broads, you can buy 1,000 feathers from store, and this also restocks at the same time, and you can get yourself 1,000 yak hides. So quite important as well to do, because you don't want to limit yourself to having to worry about this in the future. So just do it now, get it out of the way. You will not have to worry about summoning until actually getting the charms, basically. Next thing to do is to tie up with buying the broads. This is basically to buy the feathers, because you have to make headless arrows before you can even attach the broads to them. So like I said, 6 different stores. These are easy to get to for the most part. They're all a lodestone. And then you get 2k more at the miscellaneous area. So yeah, basically just Port Sarim, Lumbridge, kharid gate thingy, and then you have RD as well. So I believe there's a few more stores to buy feathers, but these are all easy to get to and take no time anyway. So I would say do these places. But yeah, you're gonna be doing this for probably about Actually, I'm pretty sure this is by far one of the most important dailies to do for an Ironman because it is a limiting factor. If you were to go for 200 mil all, you'll get about 30 mil fletching a year from doing this. So basically, it will take you 7 years to get 200 mil fletching if you do just broads. And this is, making sure you never miss a single day of buying them from the store. So quite important as you can see. This is obviously going to require some money though. So do your best to make some GP before you start doing this. So that's why it's quite important to do like maybe Slayer first. You get herb seeds, you get seeds in general, and then you get GP as well. Now, as you saw, that was me running towards the Heffin agility course, and this is probably one of the most inconvenient and annoying dailies you have to do on your Ironman account. And right here I have a picture basically of my monthly agility XP. As you see, it's pointing the arrow to it. It's like 6 point something million, I believe. And as you see, my prayer XP up at the very top, it's like 2.2 million. Now that XP in prayer was all free. It was literally 0 time waste. That took 0 time training that much prayer XP, and it cost me nothing in items or in money. And that's because every time it is Heffin agility hour, you get 20% boost in agility, obviously. So instead of doing 200 mil agility without Heffin hour, you basically do 160 mil with Heffin hour because it's 20% boost. And including, you do get prayer XP, and the prayer XP to agility is like 1 in 3. So if you get 200 mil agility, you will roughly get like 60 to like 65 mil prayer for free on an Ironman account. So every time it is Heffin, you want to get your ass to Heffin and do an entire hour of agility. It's extremely inconvenient, but it really does add up. I'm at like 28 mil agility now, and I've probably gotten about 10 mil almost prayer XP without doing anything but my Heffin daily agility run. So I do it for about 2 to 3 hours a day, which, like I said, is really inconvenient, but it's definitely something to take note of. Anyways, jump into the next dailies. You don't really have to do these other things. I was mining my crystal flask and my redstone. You don't really have to do that. They aren't bad components actually for enhancing either if you don't want to make Slayer rings for some reason. I mostly just get them because they're not even that bad either for crafting, and they're just something to do on the side anyways. Not necessarily always being 100% efficient on my Ironman, but if it's a daily like that, I don't really mind doing it because it does look kind of cool to have a bunch of potion flasks and crystal flasks on an Ironman account. Next daily is once you get 95 dungeoneering, you get access to this resource dungeon area where most people you'll probably see hunting red walls. This place is gold for Ironman because you can gather divine locations here. They spawn randomly in random worlds. Like every world will have a few of them, but they might not all obviously be the fishing spots. But I believe the best thing to do is collect sharks from these things for an Ironman. I don't think cavefish is too bad. Rocktails is pretty shitty because you get like 50 or something. So try to find a shark one if you can. If not, cavefish is okay. I don't think I'd go much below that, mostly because sharks you can actually use for combat, and cavefish as well. And like if you do swordfish, like I don't know, I mean I guess, but I'd rather have sharks. So it works out pretty well. I believe you get roughly 100 sharks a day if you do this. So in 1 month you'll have 3,000 sharks from just doing this, which is pretty damn useful for PVM, obviously. So you can save these for PVM in the future if you decide on doing that. This here is another daily added because of invention. You need base parts as a component, and instead of making all these swords, basically, you can get it from like two-hand swords, long swords, or some shit. You need base parts, and yeah, you can basically go to the Varrock shop, just north of the Lodestone, and then you can also go to the Warrior Guild at Birthrope Lode, and there's a bunch of more stuff in there to get base parts. So you can actually do this like 3 times or some crap a day, maybe even 4 times. It restocks quite quick, but it's not really necessary to do that unless you're in a rush to train invention. But just keep this on the side and do this every day if you can. I would advise to do all this stuff at like reset time. Now, one thing I did miss in this video actually at the starting because I actually was busy and I didn't do it, but cash. You need to do cash 2 times every single day. And on top of that, you need to definitely do cash boost, which is like 20 minutes of divination after that. So yeah, another fun daily that you must do. And I mean, I'll get more into things like this and maybe help motivate you guys a bit to do dailies on Ironmans because there's a lot, but it's really helpful. So yeah, do that every single day. 2 caches, do your cash boost. You don't have to do cash boost forever just to get enough energies to train invention, which I don't know exactly how many you need, but it doesn't hurt to just start doing this now, at least once you get 95, so you can collect the incandescent ones. Now, next thing, as you see, I am buying runes from stores. There's like at least 5 different stores you can get to pretty quickly. You don't really have to go to 5 every day. I normally just do 2 stores to buy myself runes. The reason to do this is, obviously you can use some for combat as well, but the main reason is for making Vizlax. So you can extend your daily challenge every day, and you can extend your Jack of Trades every day as well, which is quite crucial. So yeah, this is basically where you get all your Vizlax. You need to get runes. Instead of rune crafting them, you can buy them from a store, and like these stores, like every other, stocks up on 1,000 every 24 hours. So yeah, as you saw, I went to Yeno, I went to Lunar's. You can use the Zami Mage if you want, and you can use Mage Guild as well if you want. Now, I don't do these ones, especially for a hardcore. Don't do this. This is pretty stupid to do for hardcore Ironman. You only need like a few thousand runes a day. You only need to use 3,000 elemental runes a day. Here, I'm buying like over 20,000. I'm just trying to, I guess, show you guys every extra possible method to do it. And the last place I go to is Abduls, and this one's, I don't really just go for the runes, but you also do need to stop by Abduls a few times and buy yourself some monkey nuts and monkey bars to pay for spirit trees, because they are quite important for an Ironman. Since we can't just buy our seeds, you will get a lot of these from what do you call it, Ganodermics, and I guess it doesn't hurt to do 2 spirit trees every like 3 days or some crap, so it's not too bad. Next thing, as you see, Jack of Trades. Now, don't do what I'm doing here and make a divine cave fish bubble. I'm just doing this because I had like a goal of making 365 of them. It's completely useless to make. In fact, it's a bit of XP waste, but it's just the way I was doing it when I started, without even thinking that that divine location place at level 95 DG, you can unlock basically divine locations. So yeah, do your daily Jack of Trades, very important. And here's obviously me doing my Vizlax. And I used my book, obviously, on Herblore, because Herblore is a bitch on Ironman. Next thing to do is, yeah, your daily challenge. And if you want to get like a Reaper assignment, you can. Don't forget about that. I normally cancel until I get Arraxor. I used to not cancel that much, but now that I don't really have max portal on this account anymore, it's kind of inconvenient to go to the Gower's dungeon. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, and yeah, more herb run, yay. I'm currently, I think I have like 14,000 Fellstock herbs, or 15,000 or something like that on my Ironman. I'm not really too sure. So yeah, those are getting up there. Anyways, last thing I wanted to say was, I don't know if I want to get too into it, because this is basically like about wraps up the video. Now, this might seem like a lot of dailies for an Ironman to do. By the way, when you're done your herb run, buy yourself some pineapples from that tree right there. They're like 20k each, and you will have unlimited fruit trees to do if you do that every time you do a herb run. Last daily here, one more thing. This is mushrooms. You need to do this every 4 hours on your Ironman account. You don't really have to do it every 4, but just do it a few times a day. There's 2 different locations you can go to farm your Morchella mushrooms. You don't really do this for farming XP. You actually do this for Herblore experience on an Ironman, because you will have unlimited Fellstocks on your Ironman, because a lot of things drop the seeds, and they're amazing farming XP to farm them. So, you know, obviously you're going to have, like I said, I have 14,000 already. I'm only 20 million farming XP. So, yeah, next thing you need to do is collect Morchella mushrooms, and you can make prayer renewals with them. So, for the most part, Ironman should have unlimited prayer renewal potions, which is, I guess, a nice thing to have. But, yeah, so, as you see, like I was saying, there's a lot of dailies on an Ironman account, but to make things better, this is the beauty of it. Everything that you do on an Ironman account has its own value, because, you know, you can't buy the XP, you can't buy the progress. So everything you do, another Ironman has to do. So in order for another Ironman to beat you, they have to do what you're doing and more, if that makes any sense to you. So comparing this to a main account, you know, if you don't do cash every day on a main account, no big deal. Smoldering lamps, buy 50 mil div XP in a day, no big deal. You can skip every cash you want. On an Ironman, if you skip cash, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You're fucking yourself over extremely hard. And that's what I love about Ironman accounts. And that's just what I think about, I guess, every time I do my dailies on my Ironman account is, well, if I don't do it, then someone else gets ahead of me. But if I do it, I might get ahead of someone else in terms of, you know, keeping up with all the dailies. Because if you don't do these things, eventually you're going to be like, fuck, I have no fletching XP and I'm almost 200 mil everything. and you're gonna have to find yourself, trying to get logs for fletching and crap. So, you don't want to be in those shoes right there. So, that can be the reason why you lose a few ranks if you were to hypothetically, be very close to 200 all, but you have no fletching XP. Technically, you're thousands of hours off actually of 200 all because you forgot to do a daily every single day. So, hopefully that maybe motivates a bit of you guys to, just stick through it, just do the dailies. It doesn't take too long. It takes maybe about an hour and a half to do these, minus the cache. Actually, no, including the cache, it would take about 2 hours, 2.5-ish. And then if you do Heffin hours, it will be like 6 hours of dailies. Doesn't sound too good, I know, but you don't have to do Heffin all the time. But I am trying my best to do as many Heffins as I can. Whenever it turns Heffin, I basically drop everything I'm doing, unless I'm doing Arraxor, which reminds me, daily Arraxor is good too to do if you want to get your Nox weapon. So there's another hour of combat there. This is so great. Got so many dailies, but like I was saying, as far as the motivation part, remember every time you do a daily, you are actually progressing your account. You can't be like, oh, I fucked up, I didn't do my dailies. I'll just buy that stuff on Treasure Hunter because I fucked up and I forgot about my dailies. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing dailies. If you're doing it, every other Ironman has to do it as well. So it's not like you're going out of your way to do something that other people are just buying. It's a nice feeling, to be honest. So yeah, that's what keeps me motivated in doing all these dailies. Now, as far as Dungeoneering daily, not really the most efficient to do, but I like the AFK harps while I play 07, so that's kind of my weakness. But anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys out. This is extremely long. Oh, look at that fucking drop.